Now back to Pete Davis on the Super Radio Network. Now more than ever, you can have your say.
Yes, and off we go for this Thursday. Glen the truckie is with us firstly. G'day, Glen.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Oh, not too bad, mate. How's life treating you on the roads today, mate?
Yeah, well, it's getting a little bit wet. People don't know how to drive in the wet, so it's getting very dangerous out here.
Yes, so the advice is if you are out and about, of course, and it is wet, just slow down and do the right thing on the roads there, Glen, isn't it?
Yep. And if you want to slow down on the highway, move to your left-hand lane, please. Don't slow down in the right-hand lane. That's how people get.
Some good advice there. Okay, now you would like to comment on what Pauline Hanson had to say?
Who does she think she is, Pete? Seriously. Trying to bring democracy into Australia? Who the hell does she think she is?
Yeah, so you don't agree with her, saying that the Australian people, we're the ones that should be choosing the Governor-Generals in the future?
I was being a little bit facetious, yes. I fully agree with her, but fancy a politician trying to give us a democratic choice in this country. That's pretty novel.
Yeah, I suppose it is pretty novel using your words, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for what she said. I truly believe the Australian people should have the say, because what do you think of this new Governor-General, mate?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about her. Honestly, I'd have to do some homework. But when the announcement was made yesterday, I thought to myself, okay, well, obviously she's done a lot of stuff in her working life, but I really haven't heard about her.
Well, I did a little bit of research, and I found out one of the first things she did was take down a heap of her social media posts.
Okay, so was that after she was announced as the next Governor-General?
Correct, yes. And the post that she took down was where she calls Australia Day Invasion Day. She says always was and always will be Aboriginal land. So she's really going to represent the wider Australian population really well, isn't she?
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, I can't really make much in the way of comments because I haven't seen the posts or I really haven't had an opportunity to have a look at her past history. I mean, I saw her a little bit on television last night, and I mean, she's done a lot of things in her life, working life, that's for sure. There's been a lot of roles that she certainly has covered.
Yes, but if you look at the roles that she's covered, she's been the token woman given the job for the quotas. She even said that when she was given a job with the AFL. That she was the token woman on the board of the AFL.
Yeah, they had some vision last night on TV. I think they had somebody from the AFL, and they were very glowing about her, that she made a huge difference when she joined the AFL, and she was the, I guess, the one behind getting the women's competition up and running.
Yeah, well, all I see is it's another woke activist in a position of power, placed there directly by Albanese. And as far as the Albanese government goes, all morning there's been a lot of negative comments, and I totally agree with them. It is the most dishonest government we've ever had. Remember he went to the elections on transparency and honesty?
Yes.
And now if you want to go and sit down with a minister that's making legislation that affects your industry or something to do with your life, you've got to actually sign a confidentiality clause to be able to meet with the ministers.
Yes, I did hear about that. Yes, but you were right. In the early days of the government, he did use the word transparency, and my issue with that is that once you start using words like that, you've got to back it up, and maybe that's what is not been happening. A lot of people probably think, well, is the current government being transparent with the Australian people? Righto, Glenn, let you go, mate, and drive safely on the roads. Yes, things can be a little bit wet around places at the moment, so just take it easy. But if you use the word transparency, I mean, you've got to back it up, haven't you? And maybe this case we're talking about here, have they been transparent enough for you? I mean, there's a good question for you might like to answer. Do you think that the current